Hello, you beautiful human, and welcome or welcome back to your daily pick-me-up message. Before we have a look inside these cards to see what the energy is like for you today, my lovely, whenever you happen to watch this. When I'm telling you I haven't been this excited to share a message in a while, I'm not exaggerating, because this, and I have a freaking like map of what I'm meant to like walk you through, because if you found this video, then there's this need, or maybe let's call it curiosity, to really understand where you're at in your journey, because it can get very overwhelming. Believe me, I know. And Spirit was like, this is how the journey has gone so far. This is where you're at, and this is where you're going. And this is exactly what I'm going to share with you. And then we're going to see if there are any additional messages in the cards. But okay, are you ready for this? And it's so funny because I went for a hike yesterday, and it was not just a hike. Like, the way that I've been led through the mountains is exactly what I'm going to walk you through now. And it's amazing how Spirit works. Like, everything holds message, right? You just have to be receptive of it, and I certainly was. But anyhow, my lovely, what I'm gonna walk you through, I mean, how are we gonna do this? I might actually take a photo and have it now on the screen so you can follow me, but I'm just gonna walk you through what Spirit walked me through, okay? Let's freaking go. So basically, we're gonna start from the bottom up. And the place where we all start off at is in the Matrix, right? We're opening our eyes as little babies, and with, you know, how the frequency is currently on planet Earth, we're very much in the lower density, quote unquote, matrix system, right? And this is the place where you went through all your beautiful lessons. Yeah, all the pain that you were meant to like alchemize and move through, the things that you were meant to transmute. This is the place. A lot of people, the majority of souls incarnating, they are basically going left to right, left to right. It's like a more long journey, but very gentle. And this happens throughout like multiple lifetimes for them. And you've been through multiple lifetimes as well, where you incarnate on planet Earth to clear some of the karma, then it, you know, ended, and you then started again. And you know, you just like moved your way forward. This lifetime now, my lovely, you see the shortcut? That is exactly what your soul agreed upon when it incarnated this time around on planet Earth. It was like, actually, I'm gonna nip it in the butt, and I'm gonna freaking get rid of all the generational curses and like patterns that are meant to break, and I wanna ascend in this one lifetime. And this is exactly what you signed up for, and this is exactly what is happening. As you can see, the shortcut, very fast, but also very steep. And that was also my hike yesterday, because when I'm telling you, suddenly I was rock climbing. I kid you not, and this was not my intention. I wanted a gentle hike, yeah? But this was obviously like symbolizing how excruciating and painful it actually is to go through these lessons so quickly. You've been doing an amazing job though, okay? But this basically happened. Quick but painful. The Matrix chapter, yeah? Done, dusted. You know, like you went through everything that you were meant to learn, like the major lessons, done. And then what you entered is what Spirit provided me with, like the void space. And there you can see, this is where like you're just like going through the motions, and this is actually the space where energetically a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are rearranging itself, like Spirit, your highest like self, your angels, like that's when they are the most freaking busy, yeah? Bringing together like all the perfect puzzle pieces. But in the physical it literally feels like nothing is happening. And this is basically the space that you entered right after you like consciously made the decision to reject your old timeline. If you watched yesterday's video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This void space, it's so trippy, right? Because you have no idea who you are. You're trying to get your footing, but there's nothing really for you to grasp onto because you're not meant to. You're literally meant to let energies work, and on your end, the only like responsibility that you have is like holding your vibration. Yeah. So it feels like a standstill, nothing is really happening, you're going through the motions, but there is forward movement. It's just, you perceive it as very slow because before everything happened very fast. Then it's kind of like a breather for you. Now we're getting into the freaking good part where you're at. And basically, and I talked about it in yesterday's video already, like unbeknownst to you, yeah, you switched from the void space into your highest timeline, as in you're integrating into it. This is where the energetics and the physical merge, and that also means you're starting to see manifestations materialize. It's still wobbly, and it also is freaking scary because here's the thing, it is unknown, it is very unfamiliar. That's why it can feel very terrifying and like ungrounding, but this is the place where you get the first view, I heard, the first glimpses of what this new highest timeline has in store for you. And this is exactly where you're at. And I will also make sure to insert a photo of me literally reaching that point. And it's so funny because like literally the hike looked exactly like this. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. And this last climb that I did, like I wasn't able to get to the very top because there was no way. I was already like rock climbing and I was like, this is where I'm gonna stop. And then I sat down, I took this photo and was like, I was shaking. It took a lot out of me, okay? So that just symbolizes like there is some fear attached to it, but it's not like anything life-threatening or anything like that. It's just because it's so unknown, it's just kind of a lot for your system. But to now give you a glimpse of where you're going, it's like all about like the full integration of your highest timeline. That means this last bit that I didn't make in my hike yet to the very top, this is where you're going now. The beautiful thing is, once this integration is complete, and you will notice it because the manifestations, they will all have materialized, and you're going to settle into that new life, that new reality, because it suddenly becomes very, very familiar. And it's not scary anymore. But yeah, this just felt so important for me to share with you because it feels like you are in need of an anchor. And the song that literally kind of like accompanied me on my hike yesterday was The Mountain Is You. I will have it linked in the description box, but it goes like, I don't know what it is that I'm climbing to. I hear the voice of my people say the mountain is you, and only worry can bring you down. So this definitely came through for you because if you're in a place right now where you kind of feel like anxious and are feeling like worried and that you are like going backwards, or that, like your vibration is being dimmed by whatever you're currently experiencing in your, 3D life, in your reality, Spirit, Mother, Father are saying like, no. Like literally you're not able to get down. You're just there. Yeah, there's no way for you to fall back. The only way from here is up. This is literally what I heard. So this feels like a very comforting message, isn't it? And then this morning, just as another confirmation, what I saw, first of all, I saw a cloud in the sky looking like the Om sign. And you know what? Okay, let's do 3 ohms together. If you don't know, like it's just like the frequency of the universe. It just connects us all, and it also activates your heart space because that is where you're meant to be, right? You're not meant to pay attention to the noise, the screaming, the attention grabbing from the outside. You're meant to drop from your head into your heart, and Om is like a beautiful way to do that. So let's do 3 ohms together. Deep breath in. And if you've just done that with me, you immediately feel the energy shift. It just like calms down and anchors in to your heart space. But what I wanted to tell you about the cloud, the freaking Om sign, transformed in front of my eyes, and I kid you not, I saw a little mannequin with a torch in its hand, and then the imagery got like very, very clear in front of my mind's eye, and I saw, you know, these athletic like people when they are like running with a torch and they get like celebrated for, you know, the closer and closer they come to igniting the Olympian like flame. Like that is what I saw, and this is basically the stretch that you're on, and everyone is watching. Yeah, like you running with the freaking flame, being like, okay, before you get to like ignite the big fire, and that basically symbolizes the big beginning, where you're fully integrated in your highest timeline. That's how we get like a full circle moment right here. But I know this was already a lot. Let's just see if there's anything that wants to come through in addition to this. But the freaking imagery and the understanding of where you're at, that was the most important thing. Like that needed to land, okay? But let's see, my lovely, if there's anything else that I can leave you with that you are meant to focus on right now. Yeah, the energy is now completely different. So quiet also. It's incredible like what frequency can do if we're really, you know, aware and receptive of it. I don't think there's a message for you in these, my lovely. It was everything that I already shared with you. Yeah, okay. I just heard, look at the bottom of the deck. This is what I'm leaving you with. We have Page of Pentacles that is literally focusing on one thing. That is also beginner mindset, you know, like starting small. You starting to take the steps, you starting to get familiar on this new highest timeline. You're just like orienting yourself. That is what I'm hearing. So don't be harsh on yourself, be gentle with yourself, and yeah, just like see, again, I hear like see where the wind takes you. Like this has come through in an earlier message if you've watched that one a couple of days back. But yeah, anyhow, my lovely, with that said, I'm feeling called to wrap up this daily pick-me-up message up here now. As always, let me know in the comments, how did this resonate? Did this reach you exactly when it meant to? I mean, this was my intention from the get-go, but you never know. So feel free to also engage with others. I've been reading the comments, and it's incredible how we're like scattered all around the globe, but we still experience like similar situations and like lessons that we're going through. It's incredible, and it's so, again, like I see the connection of the heart space. Like it brings us so much closer to one another. So yeah, if you feel called to comment, please do. But anyhow, with that said, have yourself a beautiful, wonderful rest of the day as always, and I cannot wait to see your beautiful face in one of my next upcoming videos, which is most likely going to be in a couple of days because I'm traveling and I will be settling into my new place, which I told you I'm traveling to Greece, on the 1st of October. So this feels very significant. There's going to be a pause now, where a lot of things are being aligned, and honestly I'm already looking forward to like checking in with you on the 1st of October, because when I'm telling you this last week of September feels so significant. Let yourself be surprised. But anyhow, take care of yourself, and I love you very, very much. Bye bye. Also, if you made it to the very end of this video, like truly, if you're already in the comment section, comment. I know we've done like a mountain emoji just recently, but let's do it again. Do a mountain emoji so I actually know that you stayed until the very end. Just know that I freaking appreciate you so much, yeah? It doesn't go unnoticed at all. And I'm also noticing a lot of new faces that are being like drawn into, which only symbolizes like this new wave, this new shift that we're all collectively going through. And more people are like connecting and coming together. It's incredible, because like again, when every single time you heard like you're existing outside of the matrix, you now hopefully understand a bit more what that actually means. You are no longer like in that dense lower vibration that very much, you know, feeds the ego and is in the mind. You are accelerating like through your heart, and you're in the so-called like 5D higher frequency. That is where you're existing, and you're just beaming that out wherever you go. So you go forth, you spread your freaking light. I will see you on the 1st of October. Have yourself a wonderful rest of September, yeah? I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for me as well. But anyhow, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.